What's up y'all, this is your boy Cliff and welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while, but today I'm here to share with you some pros and cons of a video that I shot in Mombasa some time back. That is at Ngina WaterFront. So let's check it out. Without further ado, let's begin with equipments. I had the Sony A7S Mark III and I had like three lenses, 50mm, and I had a 16mm for the Sony. The 50 was an EF mount because I had a speed booster for the Sony, but the main lens that I used was a Samyang 35mm 1.8, which is a brilliant and a spectacular lens to use with the Sony if you don't have that much money for the expensive lenses. I had an ND filter which accompanied the Samyang 35mm that I used for most of the shoot since the weather in Mombasa is sunny. And then I had a CPL which just in case I would go where there's water, our CPL would really do perfectly. And then I had an Insta360 which I used for my BTS behind the scenes. Since I had no one filming for me, I just had to rig it on its invisible selfie stick and just placed it somewhere, and it recorded the whole scenario, everything around. So for the equipments, that was all I had. My first B-roll ever that I wanted to film in a very long time, but it never happened. Things just kept dragging. There was this special lady called Kaylin. She's a model from Coast, that is Mombasa. We talked with her some time back. Then I told her there was this B-roll I wanted to film, and she was like, it's cool, when you're ready just let me know. So there was this project I was working on, and when I got paid I was like, this is the right time. So when I got the money, everything changed. I didn't want to do it. I was like, oh man, I need a lot of money. I started giving myself excuses, like but something was like, no, you gotta do it, Cliff, please don't be a damn, you know, things are gonna be okay. Then I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Do I need a lot of money? I booked an SGR straight away. Then I went online and searched for some Airbnb condo, and then I got one cheaper one from a guy called Jafe. He's an amazing guy. And then I had to pack up my clothes, get myself ready, my gears and each and everything that I needed for that shoot, and then I was ready to go to Mombasa. Mombasa, here I come. So here I am in Mombasa because I booked the 3 p.m. SGR departure from Nairobi, and arrival time was like 8, 9, 10ish to Mombasa. And then I called Jeff, immediately picked up my call and linked me up with this guy who was at the SGR station, and we left with that guy to where the Airbnbs were. They were at Nyali, and the place really looked amazing, and there was a shop by where they sold shawarma and some food stuff. So I grabbed myself some shawarma as I went to the rooms, and I took some shower, ate the shawarma, and then I got myself some good rest. So this is the day that the Lord has made. I finally called Kaylin and she picked up my call. She didn't give me any signs of any signs of someone not wanting to turn up or someone who had excuses. She really acted professional and she's really spectacular. So I took an Uber, she took an Uber too, and we met halfway, and she jumped into my Uber as we went to the location. We did not have a prominent location, so she told me she knows of a few places, so let's start with Ngina WaterFront. So here we are at Ngina WaterFront in Mombasa. As we entered the place, straight away I had to walk around and see where we would shoot or not, since that was my first time in that place. Early on I told Kaylin to carry a bag which would use as a product, and has the model to come with some outfits that are colorful, and she did. So she went to prepare herself. She'd already done her makeup somewhere, so she just came ready, and we did not want to waste much time. And then as I set up my gears, balanced my camera on the gimbal, and set up the Insta360 on its invisible selfie stick for the behind the scenes, since I had no one to do that for me. So it didn't take us much time. She was ready when she came. She looked so amazing. We started shooting. I started directing her on how to move. I have this knowledge on how to direct models, and that is an upper hand. You cannot just go with the model anywhere and just start shooting her. You need to have the knowledge on how to direct her, how you'd want her to act in front of your lens, and that is what I did with that. I got some close-ups, and then of her just smiling, turning around, and then that, as you can see, just playing with her hair, and that was a extreme close-up. Then I went for an MS, her sitting down with the bag, trying to push it forward as I pushed in with the camera as well. And then another scene, her walking with the bag. Then another scene, me taking an orbit shot halfway of it around the bag, and a full shot of her just moving. All that, I took all that with one lens, that is the Samyang 35mm or 1.8, but I shot that at 2.8 because I wanted more depth of field. Despite the background being blurred, my image was on focus. I made sure it's close. I like getting my colors and my footage right direct from the camera, so that when I get in my editing software, it's easy just to play with the colors and make it right, So as we were shooting, as we were halfway down, a guy came in and he was like, "You guys are going to be charged for shooting here." Then we're like, other people are shooting. They were like, "No, you guys have a bigger camera." I'm like, "This is not a big camera," but we're like, "Thank you for the info." So we ignored that. I don't know if they had planned with the policeman that he was sent first to alert us, but we didn't take it serious. Then after a few minutes, the policeman came. As you can see, I recorded that. Then they started questioning us, who gave us permission, and so we talked good with them, and they took us to their offices. The good thing, I was prepared. I gotten myself into such situation many times in Nairobi with the policemen, and I sorted them out. I just talked to them kindly, and as human beings, we understood each other, and and they just had to understand us and let us go. So I paid them some money, and we left with Kaylin to finish up the shoot. It took me less than 1 to 2 hours. It did not take me that much time because I knew what I wanted. So the disadvantage was going to the place we did not ask whether we would shoot, because we didn't know. That was a disadvantage, and but the place was beautiful. And then from there we went back. As we paid, they left us to shoot. Even they told us if we want to finish up the day, we can shoot the whole day, and they were friendly again, and laughing with us after we paid them some, and everything was cool. So as we went back, we continued with our shoot, and everything just went well. And apart from another thing that went wrong was my transitions. I was not sure about my transitions, and I wanted to make a unique transition direct out of camera, but it really didn't happen. That was a big fail for me. And another big fail for me was I was trying to jump into the Insta 360 spin challenge. I wanted to use Kaylin as the model, spinning from one location to the other, but it was a big fail. I'm sure I'll try that again next time. So these are some of the bad things that happened during the shoot, but otherwise there were also good things. Everything went well, the shoot was successful, and I got each and every footage that I desired and wanted, apart from the transition, the policeman, and the sun, and yeah, that was the only bad thing. But the good things were like Kaylin turned up and we made it happen. She came out with nice outfits, and there was an amazing makeup that she did for her. And like I could say like God was on our side, like for the shoot to be successful. Then after the shoot, there were some parts in there that would not shoot from, like where the mosque was at. We were told not to shoot around there. So these are just some of these are things that will happen in shoot. So I did not take it too personal. After we're done with the shoot, she took me to certain restaurants. She told me they have some nice food stuff, and we went and had lunch there. After we're done, then she went home. I went back to my Airbnb. I was curious to check out the footage, and the footage really looked amazing, and I couldn't wait to come back to Nairobi and edit them. Then the good thing, I booked my SGR. The next thing, I jumped into my SGR. It was a night one. As I came back to Nairobi, I started editing, and I got a little bit trouble with color grading because I didn't have the same exposure throughout my shoot, and that was also a disadvantage to me. I like having same exposure in everything that I do, direct out of camera, but yeah, things happen. I've learned a lot from that, so I don't take it as a fail. I take it as a win for me and as a lesson. You watching this video, you can also grasp something from it and learn from it. Next time when you're going for your shoot, prepare yourself and make sure you know what you're going to do and keep everything together, so despite even if you get distraction, you're not thrown away from your idea and start shooting things anyhow and bad exposure and stuff. Yeah, so that was what I went through, shooting my first B-roll ever, filming it in Mombasa, the traveling and meeting Kaylin. It was all a blessing to me. So shout out to Kaylin. I'm so amazed with the work that you've done. I would work with you again and again, and I hope to see you soon. So thank you guys for staying tuned. I'm really privileged for you guys staying till end of the video. I hope it resonates with you all. I hope you're able to pick up one or two things so that you don't repeat the same mistakes that I did in this video. Like if you're doing yours, plan yourself well and get the best out of what you're planning. Don't forget to hit the bell button just in case I upload any video, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's build this community together as one people, as godly people. I love you guys all, and be safe. See ya all next time.